Welcome. Thank you for joining me for yoga today. Find a nice little comfortable spot to sit in your home. Maybe you'd like to be outside as I am. Inside, it's obviously up to you. And find a comfortable seat. For me, that's cross-legged today. You could also totally sit in Virasana, sitting back on your knees. Again, it's up to you. It's up to your body. Regardless of how you sit, please try to have a nice healthy curve in your low back so that when you're sitting, you have this nice healthy arch instead of being really tucked under in a position where it's hard to sit up straight. So sitting with that nice healthy arch in your low back, allow your eyes to gently soften. And as your eyes close, what do you see? Do you hear yourself speaking? Do you hear the voices of others speaking to you? Do you hear happenings of your day rushing through your head? Or can you tune in to what's going on right now? The feeling of the air against your body, and the air within your body. Noticing how your breath fills you, and also how your breath leaves you. Bringing your hands into your heart center. Set an intention for your practice today. Why is it that you're here? Why have you come to your mat? Planting that intention in your heart, place one hand over the other hand on top of your heart. Feel your breath expanding into your hands and also into the back of your heart, equally front, back, maybe even side to side. On your next breath in, allow your eyes to softly open and bring those arms up overhead. On an exhale, left hand comes to the ground, reach up and over towards your left. On a breath in, curl your heart up towards the sky, maybe peeking underneath that right shoulder. Breathing in, reach both arms back up to the sky. And breathing out, reach up and over towards that opposite side. Curling the heart underneath that left armpit. And staying soft with the breath, soft with the gaze. Inhaling, come back up, arms come to a T position. Bring those arms forward, spread the shoulder blades apart. Exhaling, shoulder retraction. Shoulder blades come back towards each other. Inhaling, spread the shoulders apart. Exhaling, shoulder retraction. 2 more times with your own breath. And bring those arms out to your sides in a T position. Feel like you're grabbing onto 2 tennis balls. Begin to do little pterodactyl arms, moving your arms up and down. Bring those shoulders up towards your ears. Feel how hard it is to breathe there and relax those shoulders back down your spine. On an exhale, cross the arms into Garudasana, eagle arms. One hand comes into the palm of the other hand or just grab onto your shoulders. Bringing those elbows up towards chin height. Can you lift the elbows up but keep those shoulder blades rooted back and down? Breathing, enjoying the softness of your breath for one more breath in. Exhaling, release the hands. Bring the spine in towards a nice cat position. Inhaling, extend the spine, sternum, heart lifts up. Exhaling, cow. Bring everything in, belly button to spine. One more time, back and forth. Bringing those arms back up into a T position. Cross the arms the opposite direction for Garudasana, eagle arms. Elbows rise up towards the chin. Shoulder blades remain docked down, back on your spine. And can you find that nice engagement where it doesn't feel like you're over-efforting, but instead you're just stepping into your body, stepping into the moment with yourself. One more breath in. Exhaling, release the hands. Bring the outer edge of the arms to touch. Elbows come up towards that third eye. Holding here. See if you could lift the elbows even higher. And on an exhale, hands, arms come into a diamond. Bring those elbows down into your side. Turn your palms face up. Bring those forearms towards your center. And then back out towards the sides. Feeling the shoulder blades hug in and down the spine as you bring those arms out towards your sides. 2 more times with your own breath. Really feeling the elbows engaging into the side. Beautiful. And coming onto all fours. On all fours, spread your fingertips apart. Really feel each finger pad pressing into the ground. Hands are turned slightly outwards, pointer fingers face forwards. On a breath in, drop the belly, extending the spine, cow pose. Exhaling, head towards the navel, belly button towards the spine for cat. Taking a few rounds of cat-cow with your own breath. Breathing in for extension and out for spinal flexion. One more time. Then taking whatever movements feel natural to you here, perhaps taking a few rolls of the ribs or the head, the neck. Maybe taking a little C curve with the spine side to side. And then finding your neutral spine somewhere in between cat-cow. Isometrically drag your hands back toward your knees so you feel your belly fire up. On an inhale, reach back through that right leg, flexing the right foot, right leg comes parallel to the ground. Make sure your right hip isn't turned up, but is turned down towards the ground. So the front of both hips face down towards the ground. If you feel stable here, go ahead and reach forward through that left arm. Left arm, right leg, reach in opposite directions of each other here. And can you reach them even further, growing even longer? Feeling the beautiful expansion of your belly for one more breath in. Exhaling, hand to the ground, knee to the ground. Inhaling, reach back through that left leg comes parallel to the ground. Again, make sure your left hip isn't rotated up, but is rotated down towards the ground, squaring the hips, helping keep that low back in safer alignment here. If you feel stable, go ahead and reach forward through the right arm. Hug the right arm, hug the right leg, left leg in towards the body. Feel both sides of your body hugging in towards the center. Finding one more nice breath here. Exhaling, hand down, knee down. Take the knees wide, Bring the big toes together. Sit back for a child. Allowing the heart to sink down towards the ground. Fingers crawl even further away from the body as the sacrum sits further back towards the heels. If you're just doing nice traction on your spine. On an exhale, walk your hands long over to the left side of your mat, stretching out that right side of the body. Breath stays nice and full. Inhaling, walk those arms as long as you can over towards the right hand side of your On a breath in, walk your hands back towards the center of your mat, coming back through all fours. Tuck your toes under. Spiral your inner thighs towards each other. Then go ahead and lift those inner thighs up and back, downward facing dog. Take your knees bent for this first down dog. With knees bent, stick your bum up and back, really feeling those sit bones lift up towards the sky. Walking one heel towards the ground, then the opposite heel. Making friends with your down dog today. On a breath in, inhale, reach that right leg up and back, three-legged dog. Exhaling, bring that knee towards your nose. Inhaling, reach the right leg up and back, pressing the finger pads down. Exhale, knee towards the nose, step that right leg through low line. You find your right knee over your right ankle. And isometrically drag your inner thighs towards each other here, carving the right hip bone back towards the back of your mat. Left arm comes in towards the center of your mat. Inhaling, reach up with the right arm, twist towards your right. Feeling that long line of energy out through the crown of your head, back through your left heel. Left leg is nice and active. Exhaling, right hand comes down to the ground, straighten both legs, Parsvottanasana, pyramid pose. You can step that back leg in a little bit so the back heel comes closer towards the ground. Isometrically engage your inner thighs towards each other here, moving the hips towards more square. If you're having any lower back pain lately, you can take this with a nice long spine, maybe even grabbing 2 blocks for your hands. Or, if you're feeling all right, fully folding forward. It's up to your body. Exhaling, bend that right knee. Step right foot back to meet the left, top of a push-up plank position. Feeling your toes pull towards your hands, hands towards your toes, belly engages up towards the sky. Taking a nice breath in here. Exhale, lower all the way to the ground. Lifting the hands off the ground, roll the shoulders back and down. Inhaling, hands press down, legs press down, cobra pose. Exhaling, release. One more time, inhaling, cobra pose, shoulders roll up and back. Exhaling, release. Pressing back through all fours. Tucking those toes under, inner thighs lift you up and back, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Noticing if you're jamming into any of your joints. Can you find more spaciousness, more ease in your joints here? Inhaling, lift up and back with the left leg, 3-legged dog. Exhale, left knee towards the nose. Inhaling, reach the left leg back, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step that left leg through, low lunge. Left knee aligns over that left ankle. Again, inner thighs scissor towards each other, like you're trying to get a running start somewhere. Bringing the right hand in towards the center of the mat. Inhaling, twist open towards your left. Left arm, left side of the torso reaches up towards the sky. Exhaling, bring the left hand back to the ground, straightening both legs, Parsvottanasana, pyramid pose, stepping in that back leg if you like. And allowing that intention that you set at the beginning of practice to really be what informs your body here. How does that intention carry across your breath? If the cells of your body were made of that intention, how would you act? How would the pose be different? On an exhale, step forward with the right leg, Uttanasana, forward fold. Making sure those feet are about hip distance apart, meaning you could fit 2 fists side by side in between your legs. Check that the outer edges of your feet are parallel to the sides of your mat. It might mean your feet are turned inwards a little bit. That's fine. On a breath in, extend the spine, half back. Exhaling, folding forwards. Weight right in the center of the feet. Inhale, rising up to standing, arms circle, reaching up overhead. Exhaling, hands down to your heart. Close your eyes. Find your feet. So press down through your big toe mound, your little toe mound, and your heel equally on both feet. Notice if you tend to favor one leg more than the other. Can you try to redistribute the weight a little bit, finding balance in yourself? Roll those shoulders up towards your ears, and then shrug them down your back. On a breath in, circle the arms, reaching up and over. Exhaling, swan dive, hinging over the front of your hips, forward fold. Inhale, extend the spine long, half. Exhaling, forward fold. Step the left foot back, arms rise up overhead, high lunge or crescent lunge. You could take a little bend in the back knee here to find those nice square hips. Right hip tends to lift up in this position. Can you drop the right hip down and carve that right hip bone back towards the back of your mat? With nice strong legs, let's find our strong arms. Take little chin up bar arms here. Feel like you're trying to pull yourself up and over a bar. Notice how this engagement in the arms helps to naturally engage the belly in without needing to suck it in at all. So it's more of a feeling of just growing. Exhaling, frame the front foot. Step back, plank pose. Taking a nice breath in here. Exhaling, lowering down. Inhale, curling up, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhaling back, downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. Again, coming back to that intention. If your down dog were to be full of whatever intention you placed in your heart, how might it look? Might it be more playful or bouncy? Might it be softer? Might it be more spacious? On an exhale, walk or jump your feet to the front of your mat, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, extend the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Arms circle up overhead, rising up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhaling, hands down. Inhaling, arms circle, reaching up, feet press down. Exhaling, swan dive, forward fold. Keep the weight in the front of your feet here. Inhaling, extend the spine long, half back. Exhale, forward fold. Take the right leg back this time. Crescent lunge on the left-hand side. Arms rise up overhead with an inhale. Again, you could take a little bend in the back knee here. Finding those more square hips. So the left hip carves back. Right leg tries to drag towards the front of the mat. And you could take those same chin up bar arms here again. Or even with the arms extended, can you feel like you're trying to grow your torso long away from your head? Exhaling, hands to the ground. Stepping back, Chaturanga Dandasana or down dog. Exhaling, lowering down. Inhaling, curling up, cobra or upward facing dog. Legs are strong. Exhaling back, down dog. 5 breaths here. Again, returning to why it is that you're practicing. On a breath in, reach up and back through the right leg. 3-legged dog. Exhale, bring the knee to the nose. Step that leg through, warrior 2. Arms rise up into a T position. Check that your front heel is intersecting the middle of your back arch. Back foot is turned slightly inward, so we're not jamming our front hip forward here, but we're really finding more of an internal rotation and grounding through the outer edge of that back leg. Left inner thigh lifts away from the ground. And checking now that right knee is tracking somewhere in between that second and third toe on the right foot. Noticing where you're over efforting. Noticing where you can soften, where you can grow. And on an inhale, turn the right hand up towards the sky, reverse the warrior. Taking a nice breath in here. Exhaling, side angle pose. Left arm reaches up and overhead. Right forearm can come to the right inner thigh, or those right fingertips can reach towards the ground. Keep that engagement down through the outer edge of the back leg so the left thigh is really lifting up and away from the ground. And keeping the right side of the torso long. Both sides of the torso reach out towards the right. Inhaling, rise back up, warrior two. Straightening the right leg. Turn the right toes in. Engaging the inner thighs towards each other. Clasp the hands behind the back. Inhaling, lift up through the heart, the sternum. Exhaling, forward fold, hinging over those hips. If you start to feel stuck and you tend to have a pelvis more tucked under, simply bend your knees and lift that butt up behind you so that your pelvis clears over the top of your femurs, your leg bones. Try to bring the palms of the hands towards each other, getting a nice shoulder stretch here. Inhaling, rising back up. Turn the right toes towards the front of the mat. Bring the hands down. Vashisthasana, side plank on the left hand side. Rolling onto side of the left foot, left arm. Right arm reaches up towards the sky. Press down through the left leg so much you could almost step on the bottom of the left foot. Exhaling, bring the right hand back down, plank pose. Keep exhaling, lowering down. Inhaling up, cobra or upward facing dog. Legs are strong, top of the feet pressed down. Exhaling, release. Pressing back through all fours. Your option, child's pose or down dog. On an inhale, coming back through all fours, we'll all meet in downward facing dog. Left leg reaches back and up, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to the nose. Step the leg through, warrior two. Arms windmill up to a T position. Again, finding the alignment of the legs. Pressing down through the outer edge of the right leg to activate the inner right groin. Externally rotating through that left thigh here, trying to bring that left hip underneath the body. And finding a softness, a resilience in your breath. Can you feel yourself growing equally long in each direction? Up, down, side to side. Keeping that nice length. Turn the left hand up towards the sky. Exhaling, reverse the warrior. Left arm reaches up and overhead, torso to the right. On your next exhale, left hand comes towards the ground or left forearm towards the left thigh. Side angle pose. Right arm reaches overhead, forming a nice long line, diagonal line with that back leg. And again, what intention do you bring to your body? What intention do you carry on your breath? What message do you carry to your body throughout your practice? What you are you practicing? Exhaling, right hand to the ground. Come onto right hand, right foot, Vashisthasana, side plank. Super strong through the right side of the body. Right hip engages up towards the sky. Exhaling, left hand down towards the ground, lowering all the way down. Clasping the hands behind the back, Shalabhasana, locust pose. Engage the inner thighs together, press the top of the feet down. Feel as though the inner thighs are trying to curl, spiral towards each other, up towards the ceiling. With nice strong legs, inhale. Exhale, curl the spine up, knuckles reach back towards the heel. Finding a quality breath that you'd like to carry through your life, even in this pose. And finding one more breath. Exhale, release the right cheek towards the ground. Allowing the body to surrender for a moment. Bringing the legs back to touch. Round 2. You can clasp your hands behind your back or simply just reach your hands back for your heels. Legs stay nice and straight. Taking a nice breath in, legs engage. Exhaling, lift up. Trying to keep this back bend in the mid and upper spine. Not over-relying on our low back. Finding one more breath, curling even more through the heart. Exhale, release the left cheek to the ground. Surrender. Surrender to your sweetness, to all the softness in you. Surrender to the grace that brought you on your mat to practice today. Bringing the hands underneath the shoulders. Push yourself back up through all fours. Coming into a seated position. And tucking the right foot in towards the left thigh. Janu Shirshasana. Come onto the very front of your sit bones. You kind of walk your sit bones, your bum back behind you. With a nice breath in, arms reach up and overhead. Exhaling, launch the spine forwards, staying as long as you can before folding forwards over that leg. Try to flex the left pinky toe back towards your face. If you've been experiencing any low back pain lately, you can just take this with a nice long spine. Our goal is to get our hamstring in the back of our left leg here, not so much our low back. Taking one more breath in. Exhaling, rising back up. Cross the right leg over the left. Inhaling, left arm reaches up towards the sky. Marichasana. Exhaling, turn towards your right. Right arm, left arm can come towards the outside of the right thigh, or you can grab and hug that right knee, right thigh, and towards the chest. Up to you. Growing nice and tall in the spine. Softening into a twist on your exhale. Exhaling, returning back to the center. Bring the outer edge of both feet to touch. Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. Bowed ankle pose, but more commonly called butterfly. Again, try to sit on the very front of your sit bones here. If you have a block or a blanket you could place underneath your sit bones, now would be a great time to do so. You want to find that forward rotation in your pelvis here, that anterior toe. So inhaling, find a nice long spine. Exhaling, bring that spine long and forwards before folding forwards over the legs. Keep the outer edge of the feet really pressing into each other, engaged here for a more active, safer stretch. On an exhale, rising back up. Straightening the right leg out in front of you. Left foot comes in towards the right thigh. Janu Shirshasana on the right hand side. Again, scooting those sit bones back behind you so you roll onto the very front of them so the pelvis tips forward. Inhaling, arms reach up and overhead. Exhaling, reach the spine long before folding forwards for that right leg. Hands can be on the ground, or you can clasp your hands on the bottom of the foot. Maybe grab the right wrist with the left arm if that's available to you. But notice where you're struggling and ask yourself why. Is it worth the struggle? What are we really trying to get here? exhale, rise back up. Cross the left leg over the right. Inhaling, right arm reaches up towards the sky. Exhaling, twist towards your left. Again, right arm can squeeze that left knee in towards the chest, or simply be straight, coming to the outer edge of that thigh. Up to you. And can you keep that right hip rooted back, spiraling open towards your left? Inhaling, come back towards the center. Straightening both legs out in front of you, Paschimottanasana. Again, trying to roll onto the front of those sit bones. Reaching the arms up overhead with the breath in. Exhaling, folding forwards with the breath out. Trying to peel those pinky toes back towards your face. On an exhale, rise back up. And slowly make your way back onto your back. Placing your feet on the ground. Place your feet about hip distance apart, bridge pose. Finding that inner outer edge of the foot and that heel pressing down equally. Take a nice breath in. On an exhale, press the feet down. Lift the hips up, bridge pose. Knees reach away from the body, away from the crown of the head. Maybe walk those shoulders towards each other, clasping those hands underneath your bum. Feel the inner thighs engage towards each other, and the outer thighs, the outer hips, hug in towards the middle of your body. Legs are supporting the back bend. So important for your legs to be active here. Softening your face for one more breath in. Exhaling, release the arms. Slowly roll down one vertebrae at a time. Skipping the low back. And place one hand on your belly, one hand on your chest. Close your eyes. And feel your heartbeat. Feel what's talking to you. Hear what's talking to you. And see your body as it's been waiting for you to see it. Round two. Hands come to the ground. Pressing the back of the arms, palms down. Lifting up through the hips, bridge pose. Inner thighs squeeze together as though there's a block in between them. Again, shoulders come towards each other under the spine, maybe clasping your hands. See if you could bring your heart, your sternum, towards the back of your mat, towards the crown of your head. And try to isometrically kick your heels back towards your bum while reaching your knees forwards. And finding a nice expansion in the front of those hips. Soften the eyebrows. Soften the jaw. Exhaling, lower down. Release the hand. Bending the right knee, grab behind the right thigh. Kick your right leg into your hands here. Feeling a little space at your low back. So you're not flattening your back against the ground. This is a nice active spinal stretch here. You can straighten your left leg as long as you really try to bring the left hip to the ground. So reach forward through that left foot like you're trying to stand on a wall in front of you. Option to straighten that right leg up towards the sky here. Again, this is really about the spine here. So keep the legs really active, trying to scissor towards each other. Right leg really kicks it into the hand. For one more breath in. Exhaling, kick the leg so hard it just breaks through your hands and releases to the ground. Bending both knees, right foot on the ground, reach back, grab behind the left thigh this time. Kicking the left thigh into the hands until the arms straighten. Find that nice little curve in the low back here. You can straighten that right leg as though you're trying to stand on something with your right foot. Option to straighten that left leg. Scissoring the legs towards each other, but not letting them come towards each other. It's just an active leg engagement. Releasing tension where it's unwarranted. Finding a tension that's sustainable. A tension that holds things together, not compresses things. And kick your left leg so hard it just breaks through your hand. Releasing it to the ground. Grab onto the outer edge of both legs. Happy baby pose. And taking a nice breath in. Exhaling, flutter breath. 2 more times. Inhale through the nose. And again. Releasing your feet, hugging your knees in towards your chest. Curling yourself up into a little ball. Tighten everything in, squeezing everything in, squeezing your face for 3, 2, 1. Exhaling, release to the ground. Shavasana. Corpse pose. Feeling the effects of your intention. Water falling throughout your body. simply melt into the ground. Allowing the face to release, the jaw to release, the tummy, the toes, just release. And begin to deepen your breath. Sending freshness, racing down your arms, out into your fingers, down your torso, your belly, all the way to the tips of your toes and beyond. As you're ready, make your way over onto your right hand side. Pausing here for a moment. Feeling yourself held, safe, and as you're ready, pushing yourself up into a final seated position. Closing our time together. Bring your hands in towards your heart. Bow in gratitude of yourself for dedicating this time, this space, towards simply becoming a better you. It's been wonderful to practice together. Namaste.